Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to the journey of relationship and love. The topic today is how you know if you're a side chick. I have a few of my good friends on here we're gonna figure this out because me personally, Arthur Erica, I don't want to be none of them. So I have a few of my friends. I want y'all to introduce yourself. Go ahead. Who goes?
We have a guest, so I let Monica go first.
Okay, you so nice sometimes.
Yeah, depending on the day.
Hi, I'm Monica, and I am the founder of the Unseen Cry LLC. And it's nice to meet everyone. I'm happy to be here.
Kim.
Hey, Monica. And I'm Kim. Y'all know. Let me stop. Um, Quality Day Foundation. Um, yeah, we about to get down to it because I got to see what they got to say because I'm ready
Yes.
for it.
I want to thank y'all for taking time out y'all busy day. To sit down with me and talk about it. We're missing our friend Jennifer, but hopefully she can chime in sooner or later. But we're
Oh,
gonna
no,
talk
no,
about
no.
this. Like what is this? Is this the new way we going with relationships and stuff? Because some girls are okay being the side chick. I don't want to be the side chick. I want to be the main chick. But
Mm-hmm.
the main chick have to deal with side chicks. So, what y'all think about that?
Oh, I didn't mean both. Okay, next.
So,
Well,
who said
I done been the
that?
main chick. Look, I done been the main chick and the side chick. So, I mean, if we don't keep it all the way 100, we just gonna
I
keep
mean,
it
the judge
100.
free zone. We in the judge free zone. We gonna talk about it all. I don't know. Like me personally, I have always been the main chick. So I don't know about the side chick. This different. So like how does it feel knowing you was the main chick and knowing that you was the side chick? Like you the main chick but had a side chick. Like how that felt?
Well, what about the main chick had a side chick too?
So what? Like come on, let's talk about this. Everybody, all in their mouth. So let's talk about. Hey, friend, we have a friend on. Yay,
Uh-uh.
she made it.
Oh, that means we're recording,
Yes,
huh?
we are. So,
Yes.
friend,
So I'm not gonna say nothing
no.
smart.
Look, topic today: side chick and main chick.
Mm-hmm.
These girls
I don't know
here.
if I want to be either one.
But two of them said they done been main chick and side chick. Yes, that's that look I
I mean,
gave them.
technically, sometimes you are anyway.
Right,
So,
and you know why you are, and you don't even know you the side chick, and you supposed to be the wife of the man chick.
main chick.
So let's talk about it. Come on, y'all. We not here to judge. We want to talk about this because it seems like this is the new era and age of relationships where you think you the main girl, and come to find out
Well, I would
you
say
the
that
side chick.
this is not the new era and age, girl. It's been like this forever.
Well, it's just
Hmm.
something I'm just knowing about.
Well, I'm sorry. How I was raised because I'm older than all y'all.
Let's
So
talk
how I
about
was
it.
raised. I mean, everybody don't say nothing, don't say nothing. I ain't seen nothing, I ain't seen nothing. But in all actuality, your daddy had somebody. You know what I'm saying? Now you never met her, but you knew your daddy had somebody. And then as you get older, you finally meet somebody that you think is your mama friend. Come to find out that's her boyfriend. Oh, okay. This how we do it.
But it's not as wide open as it is now.
Well, come on.
It wasn't in our mama daddy days. They ain't talk about that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe your mom and daddy didn't, but mine did.
Well, I
Well,
mean, it
maybe
was, huh?
maybe your mama and daddy's was different. See, I guess 'cause my mama and daddy was young. 'Cause see, my mama had her kids at 14, 16, and
She said my
18.
mama.
So, and my daddy was 16, 18, and 20. So, when we were born, my mama had 3 kids for my daddy. So we seen, my mama boyfriends, we seen my daddy girlfriends, and then my mama and daddy was at the house together at night. So
I don't know, maybe because my mama and dad have been together a long time.
Mine was too, 20 years.
and my mama and daddy ain't never married nobody.
My mama and dad have been together 50.
Mm-hmm. Maybe yours is saved and sanctified. Mine
I
ain't.
think I'm 40. I'm 41, so mine's been together for 42 years. But um,
Why you side eyeing, Jill? What's over there?
I don't know. I kind of figured, like, my grandmother always said, "Don't let your right hand know what
No,
your
but your
left
left
hand
hand doing
doing."
it. But
Thank you.
but
So,
back in the days, you did have girls that were side chicks, but they didn't know because if they was in the mall, she know not to say nothing to him when he's out with the main chick. So now
I mean, I
it's
guess maybe they
just
placed him.
right, but they don't like it. It's just like
It's
I'm
just all
okay
out in the
being a
open
side chick
now.
these days. What
Now it
Now
just
is
don't
it
matter,
okay?
child, these days. We all sleeping with him. It's okay, girl. Just make sure you get tested.
and now you got to
Right.
get tested for corona too. So when you sleeping around,
Who? Corona.
Like
Girl, they
you
can't. They
say,
wear masks while they having sex. What you talking about?
It's different now, y'all. It's so different from when we was covered up. I don't know. See, when I was a side chick and I knew I was a side chick, like I just played my part. Like I
right? Because
just
that's
I
what you
just
want to be
did.
told. Play
Like
your
I
part.
just played my part. I mean, I played my part to the point that they would be calling my phone. Yeah, 'cause girl, I don't know why you calling my phone. 'Cause like that's just my homeboy. Like I seen him at the mall and we swapped numbers and we went to school together. Like it's not even that serious. So you barking up the wrong tree. That and kept it pushing. But nowadays with the social media and everybody have to know and it's a competition with everything,
Right.
it's just and I mean, I work with youth, so in my full time job. So it's just it's crazy. I mean, they fighting each other in the streets, and see, I wasn't doing all that because while I might be to you the side chick for you, and I know you got something going on, I'm probably working on something else over here too. Anyway, so we all could just keep quiet,
It should
So
because it used to be like that where you don't talk about it. You could see each other in the street and you know your place. Now it's just like it's a new trend to be okay to be the side chick. And maybe because of being a side chick, you don't have the commitment and you don't have to worry about
But they
him
want the
being there.
commitment though. But they want the
mhm,
commitment. They want to be in the shoes of the main chick.
mhm.
What women fail to realize is how you got him. That's how you
It's
gonna
how you
lose
will
him.
lose him.
yeah. Well,
Uh huh.
I kind of think that, you know, why not just keep it open and
Right.
realistic, with each
Right.
Have an
other.
open relationship.
Have an
Like,
open relationship.
here's the thing. Here's the
What?
thing. Here's the thing.
What's the thing?
I God is not gonna send you nobody else's husband. I always have to make the understanding clear. He never said nowhere clear in the Bible that he's not gonna send you somebody else's boyfriend, baby. Y'all are not married, engaged. Y'all know y'all not have no papers, as they say. So I'm not really understanding why are you fighting over a boyfriend because that is a boyfriend. He has open opportunity because y'all don't have no
Everybody.
kids. You understand? So whatever he and that's women too, whatever he or she possessed, if you really wanted it, I mean, you probably would have put a ring on it, and you would stay there. Because
And it
how
still
can
don't
you say
matter.
no,
But
no?
married men
But
doing it.
how right? But my whole thing is what I don't understand. If you're not ready for marriage, I don't think that you should get in front of God and
Exactly.
say,
I'm
"This is
ready
the
for it.
person." that I want to be with for the rest of my life, and I don't really find
Side
nobody else
chick.
attractive or
That's
anything else.
right. Oh,
You understand?
who
So,
said
I
that?
mean, if you still want to go out there and go play around, I mean, go freely and go play around. Like, I mean, if I know that I'm not ready to be nobody's wife, I don't want to go sit in front of God and be like, I know for sure this is gonna be the last thing that I see, literally.
That's not.
Mm,
You have, like I say,
mm-hmm.
you have married men doing it. You have
And
married men taking care of the side chick as better than they taking care of their wives.
Nope.
right, which I just don't understand that, sweetheart.
Me
Why don't you
neither.
go marry them? Are you trying to take care of them better because of the fact that you want to keep them quiet? Because I mean,
That's just like
that would
married
be
men fooling with
on my
punks.
part.
That's just like
Mm-mm.
married men fooling with the punks and the trances.
Right.
So that's a whole thing too. So why the question is why get married if you gonna run around?
Right. That it really makes no clear sense to me for you to just sit there and get married and know that this is not the person that you want. Like I said on our last talk, I really think that people just get married for a show.
Yep,
When you could
that's
just
all
have
it
a
be.
party and put on a white dress if you really want to. But I mean, how many people can just sit with one kidney and one penis for the rest of their lives and truly say that this is
I never
truly the
mess with
person that I
nobody.
want to be? But don't that get old?
It,
It's
You know
old.
what I mean?
so
I
Kim,
mean,
when you was the
Huh?
side chick, how you felt about being a side chick?
I didn't care. I played my part. I thank you. I was getting what I needed out of that. What they call them now, sugar daddy, sugar babies, or whatever. Yeah, thank you.
So you felt okay being the side chick.
I didn't have a problem with it. Woman had a problem with it for.
It was because you didn't have the responsibility as the main chick. He didn't come
No.
around every day, or you had to be bothered with him every day. You was being bothered with him sometimes.
I mean,
What
I'm the
about
main chick, and I still it's whenever. I mean, you don't have to be a side chick and be bothered with him. I mean, you could be the main chick and be bothered with him whenever you feel like it. I mean, that has no bearings.
you, Monica? When you was a side chick, how you felt?
I mean, I think every time I knew I was a side chick. So I mean, I just played my part. It just was what it was. And that was it. I set my boundaries because, like, I'm not trying to catch feelings for you because I already know what it is. So, that it just was what it was. And when I was ready to move on, oh, that's not what was happening anymore, then I just moved on.
So
Now,
how was it? How
it was something that didn't want me to move on, but how could you have want? You got somebody over there. So then you had the ones that was like that wanted to, had that
cake and eat
control
it
or
too?
feel like they had some type of possession over you because of whatever reason. But no, it just was what it was.
So it didn't feel as being a side chick. When you wanted
I
to
mean,
do something or be with him at night, you couldn't be with him at night because he had.
What come I couldn't?
Well, he had that other person over on the other
What
side.
they gotta do? It's called lying. They lie all the time.
That's all they do.
I mean, they lie all the time. I'm going over here to Craig house when you really going over Kim house, and then we gonna do what we need to do because I thank you. Oh yeah, I'm need gone. You gonna pay that rent? Okay, and I thank you, and I'm gonna holler at you. That's
Listen.
where again the love and the lust. You have to know, like she said, your boundaries. Boundaries are okay. It is what it is. I know. I ain't gonna say nothing to you because I don't care. We live in two different kind of like cities. I don't care. Do you and I'm gonna do me.
and most of
That's
the
all.
time they did. I mean, you was straight, you was good because they didn't want you to say nothing. So I mean, you was good. You didn't want for nothing, whether you was working or you wasn't working or whatever the case may be. You ain't want for nothing because they, wanted to make sure you kept quiet, even though because this way you wasn't the first. You wasn't the first side chick. They done did this
Mhm.
before. So,
Mhm.
Mhm.
you know, I mean, you made yourself comfortable. I do my
I
stuff. They're quiet as a mouse when they run around your house. I'm good.
Mhm.
I street and pass by you like I ain't never even seen you a day in my life
Mhm.
and keep on walking.
What you were saying, Jennifer?
I just my whole thing is if that's gonna be your role, I figure, you play your role. But if don't come at me.
Right.
Don't come up and try to attack me. Not me.
Not
Cause
you.
I'm sweet, but I ain't that sweet.
Oh, you ain't sweet now. You
No.
might look sweet, but you
I'm
ain't
like
sweet.
Harley Quinn sweet. So don't come attack me. You might want to go talk to him. And I had to tell a girl that, with my ex husband, I mean, this chick come down the stairs and want to check me about his truck. And I'm like, sweetheart, I need you to go call him and you need to go tell him about this truck if you have a problem with it. Because I promise you come down the stairs, you're going to be in the morgue. See, I don't play those type of games. I don't like to be touched. I don't like to be hit. And I feel like you are coming in my personal space and you trying to
Mhm.
harm me and do me
Mhm.
bodily harm,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna kill you.
Oh,
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't like. I have a problem with being hit. I don't like to be hit, and especially since I have MS now. So I'm not really hitting nobody. You're gonna get two things. You can either
Mhm.
get tased, or I can permanently let your mama wear a black dress because I'm not trying to fight nobody.
Right.
she said,
Right.
And I'm
"Come on,
country
that
girl
black
and I
dress.
don't miss. So all I'm saying is,
Don't hit."
please keep your girls to
Stay over there.
yourself. Keep them to yourself, babe,
And
because
I mean, they're just so bold these days. Side chicks are just
they
Because
are.
yeah,
bold.
And
They're
but
just
I
but you know
bold.
feel
what?
like,
But see nowadays too, the thing is these it's another thing too. These guys they
These low
are
down ass niggas.
they raise different. So
Mhm.
if the guys allow them that space, they allow, I mean, to be honest with you, I can't say the most of the guys that I dated that I was a side chick, they pretty much let it be known that they had a main girl. Nowadays, these guys give these side chicks that space. They give them that
The free
room and that
range.
authority
Yes.
to, you know what I'm saying? Well, back then, you know, you wasn't doing all that.
You better not
That
come to my door with
that
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 foolishness.
dude was going, yeah, that dude was gonna stand up for his main chick. You wasn't coming,
Mhm.
around his front door with all that foolishness. No, indeed,
But
he
the
wasn't
men
giving you.
condone. The men these days, they think that's funny. They think that's cute.
and it's
That's
cute.
yeah, they
Yeah.
think that's cute. Like they the man.
Mhm.
But
Right.
us, we gotta stop that. Like we
Girl.
know, like we know. Okay, you know that's your friend man. Why you fooling with your friend man?
Girl.
Right. My whole thing is, like I said, I'm not going to blame two things. I can't blame the girl because, like Monica said, you know, it starts with him. You understand? Because I don't know what he told
Her.
Monica or him or Erica. I don't know what he told y'all, but I know what he told me. You
Mhm.
understand? So if I'm going to talk to him and I'm not jumping on you, I think you should drink your lucky stars and don't come to me.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? If you got a problem, your problem should be with him. Don't bring your problems to me. You
But they give
understand?
them that free range to do that. That
Right. But what
to
I'm
Mhm.
saying
disrespect.
is, right. But what I'm saying is, I don't know what it is that he told you about me, you know,
Right.
uh, what he told you where our relationship stands. It's like Kim said, they do lie. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And that's a given. But what I can't understand is why the girl want to jump on the girl.
Right. Because she
And
didn't lie
why
to
not
you.
take it up with the man that
Exactly.
he
She didn't
chose?
lie to you. He lied to
Um,
you.
Hmm.
right.
I mean, it's just like it's just so. I think it should be out. Yeah, we should look at the guys too. But us as women's, at
Hmm.
what point we gonna respect ourselves? Like I don't,
Hmm.
don't put up with that shit. I don't care what he come with, but don't put up with it.
Hmm.
Like at what point we draw the line of respecting ourselves and wanting more? Because
Hmm.
you don't have to be the side piece. Why you gonna be the side piece?
You know, I mean, like I feel like this. Karma is everywhere, but I really think that, I guess I have a bigger part with marriage. You know what I mean? I really
Mm.
don't think that you should touch nobody else's husband.
I don't think that's off
And
limits.
understand, um, because you're gonna want a husband one day, or you're gonna
That's
want a
what
wife one day.
that's what I say too. I'm not gonna fool with
Um,
your husband because
and,
eventually I want a husband.
but I kind of
Girl,
feel like, but I kind of feel like I said, for me, it's just more because I feel like you really did go against God and told him that this is all you want. And
Mm.
and if it wasn't, if you wanted somebody else or you weren't happy, well, why
You
don't
shouldn't have
you
did that.
divorce me or whatever and go be
Live your
free?
life. Hmm.
Like, at what age are you willing to stop? I mean, when women cheat, we cheat normally because we are just
Tired.
we want something emotional, or we tired. You
Yes,
understand? Are we tired of you cheating?
you're
You
right.
know, I
Hmm.
mean, I cheated on mine, but I was tired of his cheating.
Or being
I
a
was
man feeling
tired
less
of,
than. That's why we
yeah.
cheat. You know.
I mean, I was tired of his cheating. And he used to get up every morning and play these hoes named lawyers. But nigga, you was the biggest hoe ever. So I mean,
Damn.
I'm not understanding. So how is it that you couldn't go be engaged to other girls, get girls' boobs done and everything
Hmm.
else, but the minute I cheat, I'm a hoe and I'm not loyal. But
Right.
you went and did the whole all of Louisiana, and probably still doing all of Louisiana. So I have a problem with that.
Big.
I have a problem with double standards. You understand? You're not looking at the fact of what it is that you did within your relationship to make this person go out. And it's not so much that you make them, because we all have control of our own actions,
Actions. Hmm.
but the love that I have for you died and it left. When you get into these relationships, a lot of people lose that. Like, I would never look at someone else if you did what you did when you caught me, or
Facts.
you caught my attention, or bring something new into the relationship. Like, be more open. you know I mean, I think relationships just lose interest. Like,
Too quick.
Tawana, I think that you should put on a wig and be Lil' Kim, or what's the other one name
role
Come
is,
on
play.
now.
somebody else. Role play. I think role play is a great thing. I mean, you know, I don't know. Some people might want to invite somebody else in. If you're into that kind of
I
thing,
don't
I'm
care
not
now. I
too
can't do
sure.
that. One thing I can't do
But
now. Shit, I can't do
I
that.
think that that's a lot of the reasons
Mm-mm.
why people cheat, because you're missing something. There is
Absolutely, I
something
agree with
that's
that.
missing.
What you was thinking, Monica? I seen your face and your thoughts. What you was thinking?
No, I'm saying like role play, keeping it spicy in in your marriage. Like she's talking about marriage because like I said, I've been on both sides. And I know I could say, in my first marriage, that was obviously the domestic, but even um in the times that if I could count the times when it was decent, um and I talk about the times that when things went south, it was like it lost the spice. That wasn't there. I mean, you just had so much going on. So when you think about what wasn't, was a lot of things that wasn't, versus now being in a marriage, a second marriage of made 12 years, September the 20th, it's like I could think of the different things that we do. We still, well, obviously it's COVID, but we would still have date night and, just do different things to make sure, like just buy just because gift or send
Hmm.
just because flowers or different little, tiff treats or something that we like to each other just to kind of keep things going or, spend a night out at a hotel just to get out the house and be in a different environment to keep things kind of going in your marriage to make sure it stay where it needs to stay. Obviously, I'm in a same sex relationship now, marriage now. So that inviting somebody in a marriage, my wife would never have it. Now, if you talk to me 13 years ago, it might have would have happened.
Okay,
But now, now she ain't having it. She would never go for it. But like she said, to each his own. If that's what somebody is for, that's what it's for. But in a marriage, you do what you have to do to keep your marriage going, or to keep it spicy, or to keep it entertained, to keep your mate there and happy. And like she said, most people they lose interest. They jobs get in the way, or the kids, or you had Maya from Embody earlier this week or late last week, and that's one reason that I love her company is because of the things that she stands for. You gotta keep that spice in your marriage. If you don't and y'all start ignoring each other enough, baby, okay. I always live by from a young age. I live by what you don't do, somebody waiting in the cut to do it and
So
do
what
it
if
better.
and I get that, I understand that 100%. You can still be doing all those things in your marriage or in your relationship. They still do it. So
No,
at
yeah,
what
but I
point?
think
no,
I kind of like think that that's when it's just a person. That's because it's
then
part
it's
of you.
something, yeah, something with the
It's
person.
just in you. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because like for me, um, I have a I have a commitment issues. And I've had it since I was young.
Hmm.
And I'm a girl. You know, um, I will run. I wasn't big on I was not big on commitments. I was not, just not. I want maybe sometimes I want a boyfriend. It's kind of like a kid with a toy. They really want that toy. You see that toy in the
But
store.
once
You
you
really
get it, it's
want it,
over.
and once you get it, you look at the toy like you really don't want that shit.
That's a good analogy.
I just really want it, and then when I get it, I'm kind of like,
You
Um,
want to put it back on the
I
shelf.
was like thinking, like I
did I
really
make the
want
right
this.
decision?
So it's kind of like, and I'm very loved, and I said on the last broadcast, the father of my children was the only person that I stayed still with long enough,
Hmm.
you know.
That's who you was
But
married to, right?
mhm,
Okay.
but I get bored, and I don't like to be caged. I don't like to be caged. Oh, I don't like for you to cage me.
Mm.
I don't like. I feel jailed. You know, um, I'm better if you let me go, go out and do my own. Do my thing.
Mm.
I don't like to be told what to do, when to come home, how to come home.
And what to wear?
That too, because then that makes me worse.
Oh,
And I just it I start wondering. I wonder.
So is that do you think about is that because that's signs of domestic violence or just period being in a committed relationship? That's not what you want to do.
I've been like that way before I was even in a relationship. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, um, I guess, you know, I grew up around, I'm the only girl, y'all. I've been the only girl for a long time,
So it
you
could be
know,
different.
and it's kind of like, you know, I'm just not like other girls, like a dude can tell me bye. I promise you, I ain't calling no more.
Kim, I mean, you're not. Kim haven't saying nothing.
Uh-huh.
All she do is make faces. Like what's on your mind?
Right.
Like, come on. She sat there like,
I mean, I agree with Jennifer saying. I agree with what she's saying. I agree with what Monica's saying. I mean, we're all different. We all know what we will allow, what we won't allow. So, I agree with the fact that this generation is different because what I'm not about to do is fight you over no man because the problem's not with you, the problem is with him. So I need to talk to him and figure out what's going on. I even might try to become your friend
Mm,
and see what you're talking about. I done it before.
okay.
so you became the side chick friend. How was that? What was that like? What you?
Well, see, the thing with that is, then it goes back to, well, who does it, as they say, your loyalty lie with? Well, I already knew. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yes, I'm the main, and I know I'm the main, but you kind of snuck in there. Then you figure out who they are and what they are. Me being me, I'm gonna figure out. Let's see if I can be your friend. Let me strike up a conversation with you, see what you're talking about. But knowing that everything that you say to her, that she's gonna tell him exactly everything that's being said.
Mm-hmm.
What's that supposed to do? Hurt my feelings? Cause still at the end of the day, honey, he's still coming and laying in this bed over her. Okay? So it doesn't matter what you say, because you're irrelevant. But then the flip side of that is, okay, well, you need to know your place. Are you okay with him doing what he do? Because I'm okay with doing what I do. So what I'm gonna
I don't
tell
know. I
you
get
say.
restraining orders, so therefore we don't get to the friendship part. 'Cause I was getting with a restraining order because, like I said, I don't like to be touched, and I got 5 of them, and I would like
I
no
never touch
more.
you.
That's the
I
reason
will.
why I stay to myself.
I never touch you. Let me do that for.
I mean, that's
You
just
okay?
crazy. Like it's just these days. It's just I look at it and I look at a lot of girls. They just so comfortable with playing that side chick role. And then you have girls that want to be the main chick, gotta go through the BS. And you want the relationship, and you gotta go through the BS because he gonna go to the side chick because he don't want your bullshit. And that's how some of them are. Okay, I could have a side chick because I ain't gotta hear your shit all the time. I
Mm-hmm.
But
could
I
just,
mean, even though
I could just go over there by her and I ain't gotta hear that shit.
but
Mm-hmm.
that's
She gonna
not
go.
true because I mean, Monica
Go,
said
please
her.
go, please go, cause I'm locking doors. I'm changing locks. My
Cause I mean,
garage light gonna be off. You can't get up in here.
cause
So
Monica
you,
said that she had boundaries. She said boundaries. So I mean,
But girls
it
don't
won't
think
take
about
it from
boundaries
both
these
ends.
days.
The younger
well, you know what?
generation
And then the
don't.
next thing too, y'all, this younger generation,
Mm-hmm.
I just I do, and I do this. I do this little exercise with my youth loyalty. Tell me what is loyalty. These children don't have no loyalty. They don't even know what loyalty is. And I speak from both sides, but I even because I have the LGBTQ plus, that come on through with the youth as well. And there's no code with these children. Like
Mm-hmm.
they all friends and they all in a group together. And you know, Keisha and Jackie might be together this week, and then they done had a falling out, and then Keisha and Jill together, but Jill and Jackie sleeping together on the back end. But wait, all y'all in the same group, and it's just like, where's the code? They have no code. They have no
Right.
loyalty. There's and wait,
Mm-mm.
and then the next thing is, we had morals about ourselves.
Mhm.
It was things that we just didn't do. For us, you just didn't you just didn't do oral sex with any and everybody.
Wait a minute.
Right.
This is
Now,
mentally
Wait a
offensive.
oh
minute.
girl, now that's the thing. That's what they doing.
Yes.
And we looking like, okay, how old are you? When I wasn't doing that. What was it?
I probably was, but that's a
It's
the whole nother story.
oh
So you
okay.
think so? What you saying?
But
In
I'm just saying,
some case, in
it's,
some instance,
it's
you saying morals. Could it be that at some point we losing the morals and
You
things?
don't have no more. I personally feel like you don't have no morals. If you gonna sit up here and sleep with me, him, and her, you don't have no morals. All that shit out the window. Your morals gone.
true, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's just a lot of things that, when that, like I said, to me, you still have some sense of thought or respect about yourself when you setting boundaries even as a side chick. When you setting boundaries, you thinking. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, they not even doing that.
No,
They're
because
not
they
even
don't know
setting
what
boundaries.
boundaries is either.
Mm-hmm.
So how you gonna set something that they don't know what loyalty is?
So
And then, like you say, on the back end, this one having fuss. Then on the back end, they're doing it with each other, and then they're friends.
and yeah, they got the men out here that's not even girl. I see them. They out here married, children. You go to their social media, you don't see a chick
Or
or a child.
on social media, they're
Don't see
living
a
a
wedding
life.
or ring. And I know a young lady. I know the young lady, and I know the man. I know his wife. Girl had a whole 5 month relationship with this man, and found out from somebody she met happened to meet in a bar. She found out that this man had a wife and children, three of them. She had been having a 5 month long relationship with the man. The girl told her in about, yeah, I know him. I met his wife and his kids. Say the girl got just told her what I'm I'm sick. Like I'm sick to my stomach. She was supposed to be meeting him that night in the bar. Got up and left.
She value herself.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you know, then that's when you have to make the decision on,
The five
am
months,
I gonna stay
Stay or
in it?
not.
a whole
Well,
5 month relationship. You
yeah,
don't even live here. You don't even live here. You was in this state because of him. For 5 months, you don't even know he got a chick or a child. Oh my
Because he lied at some point.
yeah,
Right.
But and so just like Kim said, you realize, and if she got up, that means she valued herself more
yeah,
than anything.
yeah.
Because again,
She
we
did.
don't know what he was telling her. We don't know what he was
Mm-hmm.
telling his main chick, and that's what
Oh,
the
Mm-hmm.
I
whole
knew what he
thing
was
come
telling
in
her.
at. Like when we find out as women, when we find out we the side chick and we the main chick, and we find that out, it's up
Mm-hmm.
to the side chick to say
Us.
whether I'm gonna
It's up
stay or
to
I'm gonna
us.
go.
Yes.
But some of them
Yeah.
take that role and say, I'ma
Oh
stay.
well.
Why?
Yeah.
Why you gonna stay with a
Right.
married man? Or, like it just it makes me think about
I
this.
think some of them have a thing that somewhere in their minds that they're going to leave their wives.
Yes.
And my
Yes.
whole thing
Yes.
is, uh, if they have a lot of money involved, they're not gonna leave their wives.
Hell
Mm-mm.
no.
Because one. they don't really want that bill.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Them getting divorced.
Very
Mm-mm.
damn
You know,
sure.
you know,
Mm-mm.
I think your boy said it's cheaper to keep her.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's cheaper to keep her. You
Yes,
know what
Than
it
I'm
to,
saying?
is.
than to deal with that bill.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I think too, like they can have that arrangement together. Some wives know that their husband cheating. They're just fine. They don't want you to come telling them about their husband cheating because half the time they got somebody too, and they all content.
Yep.
Everybody happy.
Yep.
Everybody doing their own thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
everybody
when,
happy. They
and
on
when Corona,
Twitter,
when you get a pandemic hit and then all that shit comes out.
and then you right, and then you got to
Not
sit
really.
there and you got to look at him.
Now you gotta be inside with your. Now you gotta pick who you gonna be inside with.
No,
Right.
you don't. What they say? What they do that at?
If you have a pandemic hit and they say you gotta quarantine, where you gonna quarantine at?
If I'm an essential employee,
Well, what if they're not an essential
It's an
employee?
employee.
yeah,
You got to
follow
sit
what you
your
live.
ass on out the house, I guess.
Because that's where I'm going. Even though I'm going down to see the family
Girl, you
who
know what?
but that's
I'm
where I'm
so
going.
glad my younger days been come and gone. Give
I mean, it's just even sat down thinking about it. As I'm single, as you sat down and think about being in a relationship, is it worth being in a relationship? Because
No.
because you don't know if you're gonna end up being the side chick. He might, and like you say, it's the lies. He may be telling you one thing, and he got Betty over here. Girl, he whining, dining Betty, and here all the while you over here. Oh, I'm the man, girl. You cooking, you cleaning, you doing this, and so
And that's why I am the way that I am. For what you just said, that's why I am the way that I am now. I cooked, I cleaned, I did every motherfucking thing. Nobody couldn't tell me that I didn't do what a
your
wife
part,
is
yes.
fucking supposed to do. And then all of a sudden you get this whirlwind and you got this bitch, you got this bitch, you got this bitch, and one of them motherfuckers might be pregnant. You got me fucked out.
So the question is, do you, as somebody being single, do you start a relationship, or it's cheaper to stay single and just get your drop every now
girl,
I I just rather have a
all
peace
I'ma
of
tell
mind.
you,
and then?
Peace of mind, peace of mind, and we just hump every now and then. Okay, thank you.
I
Jennifer,
think
what you think?
um
Just just a drop every now and then, little lust. That's it.
I'm gonna drop fart. But for the most part,
So silly.
I mean, I guess I was kind of honest. Like
Yes.
after, like my last relationship, um, there's this one guy that like we really bonded. Well, it's like we were on the same playing field, but we're too much alike.
Oh,
And that's scary.
We were
show is.
we
That's
were
scary when
it
you find
was
somebody
like
just like you.
we were like the shadow of each other,
Mm-hmm.
and we bumped heads.
Mm-hmm.
To the one
I
that
bet.
But yeah, but um after my last relationship, I spent a lot of my 20s, late 20s, early 30s with this guy. Late 30s with this guy. And I'm just like, when I hit 40, I took everything that I took from him when I was 39. And I wasn't bringing him in my 40s. Now that I have hit 40 and we are live TV or YouTube,
It's live TV. Mm-hmm.
yeah, well, I don't give a shit. If you stay, you go, don't come back.
so you
Cause
gonna be good either way you go,
I'm
with
just
you or
like,
without you.
yeah, like I guess I hit where I was when I was younger, where relationships can come and go. I'm like,
They're not
I'm
meaningful
not
no more.
stopping. I'm not stopping me and I'm not changing me. The one thing that I've did learn, because every relationship does, brings a lesson. You
Uh-huh.
know, I don't ever want to change me. You know, I
Hmm.
had a lot of pain and a lot of hurt during that
Right.
relationship. I lost my grandmother during that relationship. And I really think that it took me losing her to really find myself and realize that I had a lot of pain and hurt
Right.
Mhm.
within me.
Mhm.
And I had to let a lot of that go to really live, you know? Like, I'm, my grandfather said, you know, he, he would always tell us to just live.
Hmm.
That's
Mhm.
the only, um, I guess, like, comfort that he would give when he
Hmm.
talks to you.
Just
Like you go
live.
to him about a problem and he'll just tell you just live. And now that I have come into my 40s, I understand it.
Mhm.
My grandfather is 91 years old and still have all his wits. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And that's all he's done, through all
Let's
the
just
turmoil
live.
that he's been through, and I feel like now I am better equipped to deal with my emotions.
Hmm.
I know what I'm not going to put up with. And like I said, I've come into such a great sense of peace
Mhm.
Peace of
to
mind.
where if you're not going to build with me into that peace and you just adding into turmoil, then you can go. I am no
Mhm.
longer stopping what I'm doing for myself for nobody. You can
Right.
go. You
Mhm.
know, I'm just not stopping my life no more for
Right.
anybody. You
Good. I
know,
get that. I mean, I get that.
and you know the the side chick, main chick. I really wish they stop all that shit anyway, because technically you really don't know what line of defense you're drawing on to.
True.
Whether
Your ass might be the middle chick.
whether you're dating, you're married. You really don't know.
You
Shit, some
don't.
Shirley,
people
this is
don't
Barbara.
know, to
Huh?
date a side chick until that person gets married.
And some of them don't know that a side chick till the man chick died.
Right.
He
And
died.
This is Barbara.
right. So I mean, it's like you
You might be the middle chick.
you
Shit.
don't know.
Hmm.
But you don't know what the relationship brings until you really start it. You understand? Because, like I said, even with red flags, you try to give a relationship a chance because, you know, maybe you just coming out of a relationship, or you're a year into something and you're just trying to give that person the benefit of the doubt.
We ain't
You
gone no
understand?
year.
But no, no. What I'm saying is no, 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 no. What I'm saying
Oh,
is, you've been maybe single or whatever for a year, so you're trying to give that relationship a try. You know what I mean? But
I don't give it a try.
you
I ain't got
really
no minute.
don't know.
Ain't got no
You
minute.
really don't know unless
Mhm.
you're talking to this person and you're figuring out. But just like you said, you know, it's been 5 months. This dude don't even post nothing about his wife or his kids on Instagram. You know, I mean, you just don't know,
I
you
mean, I
know?
think I agree with you. I think all that shit should just stop and everybody just keep it real.
Right.
Mhm.
But what world that would be everybody just keep it real?
Girl, they can't even keep their bodies real, let alone try to keep a relationship
Ooh.
real.
That's true
Ooh.
too.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's true.
shade.
Goodness.
Okay.
The shade was real.
Okay.
Fool.
I mean, it is.
Goodness.
It's like
Well,
I think
felt
about
a
it.
little cold on that one, but okay.
I mean, because I think about it all the time. My last situation. I mean, the guy we ain't seen each other, but he thought that shit was cool. And whereas I don't think that's cool. I think you should communicate. I think you should see
Mhm.
one another. But he
Mhm.
think that shit. He thought that shit was cool, but that's not cool because that make me think, who the fuck you
Mhm.
fooling with?
Mhm.
Right.
Another side chick or what?
Mhm.
And I ain't trying to be the side chick. I'm just gonna say that straight up. If I ain't the man, bitch, I ain't no bitch. Go on about your business. I'm
And I
okay.
don't even want to be that no more. Whatever. Just whatever. Just
I'm
come on
so
and drop it off and
emotionally
keep going.
detached, so therefore I don't even care which side I'm playing on, which
Mhm.
side of the field I'm playing on, because as soon as I feel like I am done with you and all of your
Mhm.
bullshit, I'm
Mhm.
gone, and you might not even get a phone call.
So
I
you
might
gonna
be with
just go?
somebody else, like I guess like Beyonce say, I have your replacement in the next 5 minutes, and trust me, it's the next 5 minutes.
Well, all right then. So,
Okay, let's do it.
all right. I think this good
Don't take
conversation.
long.
I think it's good conversation, but until I feel like until everybody start keeping it real, I think we're gonna keep having this problem. I think a lot of it is as
Mhm.
us females, we have to make decisions of saying we not gonna play certain roles, and we have to
Right.
stick with it. Not when he come around hugging and kissing on you, talking about, oh babe, you the one, babe, you my heartbeat, and all the while, you just that and the other. So at some point,
Mhm.
we have to draw that line and
Mhm.
say, I said no, and that's it. I'm not gonna play the side
Mhm.
chick role.
Mhm.
Technically, I mean, they don't do it in all these the new songs. But if you listen to Betty Wright and Aretha Franklin and some of the OJs, they gave you a pinpoint of what you're doing in your relationship. I mean,
The clean up
Betty
woman.
Wright say, yeah, I mean, she gave you the details of a clean-up woman and a man too.
Hmm.
And then she told you, if he bring you flowers again and all that shit,
You know he doing something.
and you ain't been doing the things you
You
supposed to
supposed to be
do.
doing. Don't. That's why don't give me no flowers, nigga. If you ain't
Right,
give me no
right.
flowers in the beginning, don't bring me no flowers. And I don't eat candy because I got diabetes. So please don't bring me no candy.
Okay, I understand.
Mhm.
So,
so
Okay.
and Johnny Taylor tried to tell her that it's cheaper to keep her, and y'all not even paying attention to that. So, you know,
And
uh,
don't listen to if they broke down because they find love on a lonely highway.
yes.
Mhm.
So you see what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm just saying. Listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all a funny story, okay? So my ex
so we got a
came.
funny story.
My ex came. He was standing outside. He came to my car, and he was like, "Where you been?" And now, I literally just left the meeting. Okay, and the song came on. Never heard this song ever. Right? The radio station was playing, and then this all of a sudden, as soon as he was like, "Where have you been?" and I rolled my windows down. I left home to be with my side piece, and I was like,
That's a song.
"That's a
Mhm.
song."
Yeah, what's his name
I
sing that?
No,
Ain't
I
that
know what it is now because I didn't know what it is when it came
What is
on.
his
So I'm
name?
just like, that is not where I've been. It was
who
so
is that
random,
y'all?
and it's like
He said,
it
I
was
left
2015,
home to be with my side piece.
but it dragged on. It
Yeah, he
dragged
do drag
on
it on like,
forever.
yes,
I
he
was
do.
like, where the hell does this come from?
Pokey. Ain't that Pokey?
Pokey, yeah, that's Pokey. That's his name.
Yes. So
I can't.
where so
And Pokey
where
ass too old to be talking about side piece.
I was like, I didn't listen to the whole song.
You have
So
to
one
listen to
day
the whole song.
I listened to it now,
Oh, okay.
but me and my oldest son, we were sitting in my son's game, and the band started playing the song, and my
Oh.
son said,
Oh. Mm.
"Mama, what is that? What are they playing?" I was like, "I left home to be with my side piece," and he was like, "How do you know that?" I was like, "You don't want to know."
Mhm. Mhm.
I was like, I was
Mhm.
like, I I was so lost for words because I'm like, where the hell did this song come on? Because it came on at the just as
At
soon as
that
he
moment, that
say,
time,
"Where have you been?" and that song came right on. And I was like, well, that is not where I was.
that was what you was. All right.
That is not where I
Mm-hmm.
was.
Great
Yeah.
story. I love Jennifer always have a story for us.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Till I
I
can't.
was really being good at
yeah,
that point.
Marie.
That didn't even happen till at the end. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you, man.
Keep it real, side
Right.
piece.
So before we leave, before we leave, my question: side piece or man chick you want to be? Kim, side piece man.
What now? What was the question?
You want to be the side piece or man piece?
None. Thank you. Have a great day.
Jennifer,
Mm-mm. I don't want to be none of them.
none. I don't think you want to be nothing.
Mm-mm.
I want to be at peace. Whichever's gonna bring peace.
6782. Monica,
Peace.
obviously the man piece.
I am the piece. Okay. I am the one and only piece. Okay.
For me,
There's
I don't
look,
want to be no.
there's
I don't want to be the
there's
side piece.
a main ring and a right hand ring. Okay. All right.
So Monica, man piece. Me, if I can't be the man, I ain't being shit. So with that being said, we're gonna end this chat. I thank y'all. This been a good chat because I always sit down and think about it, especially being single. You think about those kind of things like, hell, should I start a relationship? I should just have a drop. Like my friend Kim, just look for love. That's it. So with that being said, I think overall, what we have learned is mostly value. Us the women, we have to value ourselves more than what we do,
Right.
and stop accepting what we could get at the time because we do, as women, we do deserve a lot. We deserve more than what we accept in life. So with that being said, ladies, let's think about this. Don't always fall for the first okie doke that come around because he say he love you. Make him show that. And
Don't
even
accept them flowers.
right, and don't accept that candy because guess what? You know if you ain't doing your damn part, sister,
Yeah.
you don't deserve it. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the journey of relationship and love. Our topic was man chick or side chick. Have a good night.